Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
Washington Post World, August 29, 12:25 America, New York. Hurricane brushes Puerto Vallarta, heads up Mexico coast. Hurricane Nora is churning northward up Mexico's Pacific coast toward the narrow Gulf of California, after making a sweep past the Puerto Vallarta area. RT World News, August 29, 7:47 America, New York. Not essential travel. Police set up checkpoints to deter people from spotting orcas swimming near Wellington Harbor. Police in New Zealand have taken special measures to prevent people from gathering near a harbor in Wellington, where several killer whales were seen, breaching social distancing guidelines. Washington Post World, August 29, 7 o'clock America, New York. The flights to a new life were in sight. Portraits of Afghans lost in the airport bombing. They were young and old, professional and working class, united in their desperation to leave Kabul. Washington Post World, August 29, 6:48 America, New York. Family. Taliban kills Afghan folk singer in restive province. A Taliban fighter has shot dead an Afghan folk singer in a restive mountain province under unclear circumstances. Washington Post World, August 29, 6:06 America, New York. France's Macron visits Iraq's Mosul destroyed by his war. French President Emmanuel Macron is visiting Iraq's northern city of Mosul, which suffered widespread destruction during the war to defeat the Islamic State group in 2017.
August 29, 6:05 America, New York. Meet the 17-year-old swimmer and TikTok star who just won Paralympic gold. Anastasia Pagonis is, in many ways, a typical teenage girl. The New Yorker loves trying out TikTok dance trends and is obsessed with her dog.
CNN.com World, August 29, 5:28 America, New York. Bolsonaro says he will either be arrested, killed or win Brazil's next election. Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro has said he sees only three possibilities for his future: death, prison or winning the 2022 presidential elections.
August 29, 5:28 America, New York. Bolsonaro says he will either be arrested, killed or win Brazil's next election. Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro has said he sees only three possibilities for his future: death, prison or winning the 2022 presidential elections.
New York Times World News, August 29, 5:15 America, New York. Palestinians finally have vaccines. But will people take them? For months, the Palestinian authorities struggled to get doses. Now they have the shots. But disinformation and conspiracy theories have led to widespread hesitancy. Lining up to receive vaccines in the West Bank city of Bethlehem on Thursday. Washington Post World, August 29, 5:08 America, New York. Officials. Missile and drone attack on Yemeni base kills 5. Yemeni officials say a missile and explosives-laden drone attack on a key military base in Yemen South has killed at least 5 government troops.
August 29, 5:02 America, New York. Witnesses describe life inside R. Kelly's chocolate factory. About 25 miles outside of Chicago in the village of Olympia Fields sits a mansion that R. Kelly once lived and worked in.
New York Times World News, August 29, 5 o'clock America, New York. For France, American vines still mean sour grapes. French authorities have tried to outlaw hardy American hybrids for 87 years. But climate change and the natural wine movement are giving renegade winemakers a lift. A tasting of forbidden wines at Hervé Garnier's Memory of the Vine Association in the village of Beaumont. Mr. New York Times World News, August 29, 5 o'clock America, New York. As the Taliban tighten their grip, fears of retribution grow. Taliban leaders have promised amnesty to Afghan officials and soldiers, but there are increasing reports of detentions, disappearances and even executions. Taliban fighters outside the United States Embassy in Kabul, Afghanistan, last week.
Mirror World News, August 29, 4:38 America, New York. Ibiza ferry runs aground injuring 15 people with boy, 10, in serious condition. The boat, San Juan, was stranded on the S. Malvins Islets near the port of Ibiza. All 47 people on board had to be evacuated and an extensive rescue operation was launched. BBC News World. August 29, 4:38 America, New York. Wife of murdered Greek ambassador jailed over his death in Brazil. Françoise de Souza Oliveira was found guilty of planning the murder with her lover, who confessed.
RT World News. August 29, 4:33 America, New York. Moderna vaccinations halted in Japan's Okinawa after black substances found in vial, days after other batch of jab was suspended. Okinawa Prefecture has halted Moderna vaccinations after unknown materials were found in a vial of the drug. The move comes after Japan pulled 1.6 million Moderna doses from a different batch over contamination concerns. RT World News. August 29, 4:29 America, New York. Israel strikes Gaza in retaliation for incendiary balloon attacks by Hamas and border clashes. Israeli jets carried out airstrikes in Gaza late Saturday after arson balloons sent from the Hamas-controlled enclave caused 2 fires inside Israel and clashes broke out on the border, leaving 11 Palestinians injured.
August 29, 4:07 America, New York. Some hospitals are running out of oxygen as COVID infections continue to surge. Parts of the South are running out of oxygen supply as COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations continue soaring, primarily driven by the swaths of people who remain unvaccinated and a dangerous coronavirus variant that has been tirelessly infecting millions of Americans. August 29, 4:01 America, New York. Jacob Blake speaks out a year later. I have not survived until something has changed. During the 4th of July weekend, Jacob Blake says he called 911 over what he later realized was an anxiety attack.
Washington Post World. August 29, 3:36 America, New York. Afghanistan live updates. U.S. warns Americans to evacuate Kabul airport area amid threat of attack. U.S. officials warned Americans to evacuate the area near the Kabul airport, hours after President Biden warned of a specific, credible threat of a terrorist attack in the area.
World CBS News, com. August 29, 3:28 America, New York. Friends and family mourn U.S. Marine Corps Sergeant Nicole G. killed in Afghanistan. Officials identified 13 U.S. service members who were killed in an ISIS-K attack outside of Kabul's airport on Friday. Among them was 23-year-old Marine Corps Sergeant Nicole L.